Hey everyone, and welcome to Holy Grail Eats. I'm your host, Thomas Miller, the Foodie Guy. Coming up on today's episode, we head up to Sebastian, Florida to check out a Jamaican place where the chef is making a killer scallop dish served with a sweet plantain butter sauce. Then we head down to Fellsmere, Florida to try a Critter Platter for an authentic taste of old Florida. So let's dive right in and see what these two restaurants have to offer and what I have to eat. My name is Thomas Miller. I'm a professional food blogger, and I've been on a journey for the last 7 years to find the best dishes in Indian River County. So join me as we visit a few local hotspots to taste the best that this county has to offer. This is Holy Grail Eats. We're here in Sebastian, Florida to check out one of the Treasure Coast Foodies 2019 Golden Fork Awards Top 10 Best Dishes. If you love scallops and sweet plantains as much as I do, then your mouth is going to water when you see this next dish. This is Mobay Grill.
Gorgeous presentation and scallops and plantain. You can't go wrong with that.
The presentation is wonderful and the scallops are delicious.
Everything on the plate is just full of flavor and it's just wonderful, and the seasoning is delicious.
The food is just amazing. We'll definitely be back. The view is beautiful.
Scallops are one of my all-time favorite seafoods. Now let's head into the kitchen with Chef Wesley to see how this dish is made. Hey Chef, thanks for having me in your kitchen today.
Hey man, thank you. Welcome man, welcome.
Why don't you take us through the making of your scallop dish?
Well, this is one of our specialty at Mobay Grill. We get these Atlantic sea scallops. They're nice big U10 scallops and they're so sweet as well.
One of my favorites.
Oh yeah? All right.
Yes.
First thing when we get the scallops, there's a little mussels here. We try to take those off of them. And so then we take a little blackened spice right here. And these steaks are pretty much within 2 minutes or 3 minutes the most, really. On a nice hot skillet. And it goes pretty fast.
You want them still moist inside, but a nice sear on the outside.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
Nice.
So while that is getting ready, we make our spinach mash. So we just get mashed potato and spinach.
Okay.
We mix it up like that nicely.
Nice. Good.
Right. We have our plantains here that we fry already.
Those are my favorite.
Beautiful,
I love them.
Beautiful, nice and sweet.
Yes.
So this is going to be a nice, sweet, savory dish as well. And this is our plantain sauce, which we kind of puree and add some diced tomatoes and some chopped parts of scallion in there.
Nice.
Little butter.
That's what truly makes the dish, Chef.
Yeah, a little butter inside there and finish that off.
A little bit of the salty, a little bit of the sweet.
Right.
Those flavors go so well together.
Right. Spinach mash.
So we build with the potatoes.
Yeah. And how I came up with this spinach mash, you know, my parents used to force us to eat our vegetables.
Sure. It's a good way to get the spinach down.
Exactly. Now put our plantains on the side right here. We give a nice healthy portion here at Mobay Grill. So now we have our scallop shell, but people like to take these home with them. We need them back.
If it's on the plate, I think they might want to take it with them, but it's a decoration they need to leave behind.
Exactly. So now it's all plated, ready to go, right?
Yes.
So we just come, bring it up beautiful like that. There you go.
Nice.
Take our sauce. Just spoon that right over on top there like that.
Wonderful.
Beautiful dish, huh? Isn't that pretty? And then we just
A little bit of a garnish.
yeah.
Gotta put the fried plantain chip in there.
Yeah, that's our flagship of Mobay right there.
Fantastic.
And that's your scallops, man. Look at that beauty. That's a meal fit for a king.
I feel like one today, Chef.
All right. Take a taste, yeah. Woo!
That scallop just melted in my mouth.
Wow.
The sweetness of that plantain butter sauce is amazing, and this is just the perfect dish. All right, Chef, well, thanks for having us in the kitchen today and showing us how you make this amazing dish.
Thank you for having us and doing this for us at Mobay Grill. I know a
very
lot of
welcome.
people love this dish, man, so it's gonna be great.
And I'm one of them.
All right.
All right, guys, stay tuned. More Holy Grail Eats coming up after these highlights from Season 1.
Are you a seafood lover? then you have to come to the Crab Stop for the ultimate seafood dining experience. This humble seafood restaurant is locally owned and has the best garlic crabs in town. Visit Crab Stop today. The Riverside Cafe is located on the Indian River and offers a great dining experience with spectacular views. The menu features a variety of classic American dishes expertly crafted by Chef Brandon Howard. Experience it for yourself today.
Our next restaurant in Fellsmere, Florida is owned and operated by a mother-daughter team, and their menu offers made-from-scratch Southern classics like chicken and dumplings and fried green tomatoes. But we're here for something a little more unique and a true taste of old Florida. This is Marsh Landing.
Well, I was born in Florida 74 years ago, so I've been around. And this place is refreshingly down home.
I've been here since day one, the day they opened, and before that, really. And the food is great, the service is ideal, and it's just like home.
Anytime I have anybody come to visit, this is the place we go.
Marsh Landing is always like being at home, only the food is much better.
Who doesn't love Southern home cooking? So let's head to the kitchen and see how these critters are made. Hey Susan, thanks for having me in the kitchen today.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Well, why don't we get into the making of your critter platter?
We're gonna be cooking some frog legs today. And these are some meaty ones, like little Arnold Schwarzenegger frogs. All right, and we got some catfish strips.
Nice.
And we got some gator tail. And then one of our fan favorites, the fingerling catfish. These are full bone-in catfish.
Those are one of my absolute favorites, so I'm excited to get a taste for those today. So now with the dredge, why don't you walk us through how you make the dredge, what the seasoning are?
Sure, so we have two different breadings here. We have one that we use for our fish, which is a seasoned cornmeal and flour. It's got some garlic, salt, onion powder, and some white pepper in it.
Great.
And then for our frog legs and gator tail, we have a seasoned flour basically with paprika, rosemary, thyme, garlic, onion powder, and a little bit of chili powder for some zing. All of our critters that we're frying today come right out of the marsh, right outside of town. So these are about as local as you can get. And we have some local guys that go out frogging for us.
I'm definitely about local food. You know, we support local restaurants, and the local food is very important in this community.
So we got everything breaded. We're just gonna drop it down here.
About how long do we cook these?
We cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay, so they're nice and lightly golden brown?
Yep, nice and lightly golden brown. So you can see our gators floating a little bit there. Aren't they looking golden brown?
I love the crunchy fins.
I know. Those are the favorite part.
Good.
So let's get these out of here and onto a plate for you.
That is one gigantic critter platter. That looks incredible, Susan.
All the marsh critters right there waiting for you to
I'm just getting the aroma. That is fantastic. All right, we've got the completed critter platter here, and we're gonna jump right in and take a bite. We're gonna start with the frog legs first because they look delicious. So usually when I do this, I kind of split them. And then you just basically bite the muscle. Susan, those are fantastic. Taste just like swamp chicken.
There you go.
Everybody's always scared of trying frog legs, but if you're here at Marsh Landing, you definitely gotta try them. They are not exotic flavored at all. It tastes, like I said, just like chicken. All right, well, let's jump into some gator tail. I'm gonna try a little bit of your remoulade sauce on that. The gator tail was delicious. It's tender, not filet tender, but it's got a little chew, but that's what you expect with gator. And the flavor of the coating and breading was perfect. All right, next up, we've got the fingerling catfish. These are truly one of my favorites. I did request that we do these. You can see the tail on there. That is the best part. Nice and crunchy, seasoned perfectly. And that, my friends, is what I call the catfish comb. Delicious. All right, Susan, thank you so much for having us in the kitchen today and showing us how you make this incredible critter platter.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Awesome. That's it for this episode of Holy Grail Eats. Stay tuned for our next episode where we feature more local restaurants and their amazing dishes.